Hey, another BonkTable Amulet D20 list intermission for the Twitch stream. It's Mass again. Here we got JMan for the hold. Great name, JMan. This is going to be way easier to say than a lot of the other names from Europe. JMan for the hold is playing Dwegholm. He's playing in clans, so we got the hold Ray. I've already talked about some of the Dwegholm stuff. We've had a clans list before, as well as a tempered list. We're going to see how this clans list works out. Already off the top, I do like where we're starting with. We have Litanies of Victory, so the hold Ray's unit is always Awaken. He's got World Breakers, and he's got 4 stands of Hold Thanes and 3 stands of Initiates with an Ironclad Drake. So already with this, you can see how he's spreading Awaken. World Breakers plus Litany is a 60-point upgrade. Kind of something you want to do because Hold Thanes want to always be Awakened because they're going to get Oblivious and Iron Discipline on top of anything else they already have. He's taken Herald of Stone. Now, we haven't talked about Herald of Stone, but I do recall this kind of being the optimal pick for a brick in Dwegholm off the top of my head. We're just going to quickly pull this up so I can get a refresher. Gives Untouchable. Untouchable is friendly regiment rerolls, defense rolls a 6. Wow. Oh, they're D4 rerolling 6s, but instead of being Household Knights, you're just a big old Dwegholm brick. Oh, and you can't have your defense and resolve be lowered to 4. Ooh, and he has forward force. Oh, wow, this is looking really good. Once again, Hold Things medium. The app is wrong. So, right off the bat, the Hold Ray never has to worry about his regiment. He then can give out two things Awaken. One of them, for sure, once again, is going to be the Ironclad Drake because he's going to have a bubble Awaken around him. The other one, the MSU of Initiates, I'm not so certain on. They do have Phalanx, but they're kind of not built up in a brick enough. It's 150 points. I feel like it might have been better to grab a whole unit of Hold Ballista or Hold Warriors, and then put those extra points into an upgrade later, or fill something else out. Initiates by themselves aren't really a thing. If it was in, like, we got the Exemplar here, he has a unit of Initiates with Dragon Slayers and Flame Berserkers. I could see him going into that, and running a big brick like that would be fine. But just having the MSU Initiates, I'm kind of like, they're not going to be doing a whole ton of work. And if you needed something to sit on zones, there's Hold Warriors, that are a better point cost, and you can save those points and get into some upgrades, or fill out some more stands. The Exemplar, he's running the Tempered Gourd. So we're just going to grab, what is that, a Relic? Yep. And let's go figure out what that one does. If I can find it. As is tradition. Enemy characters cannot decline a duel by this character. Okay. So with the changes in the Dwegholm ruling, they now have like the Infinite Duel. That's the to the end. He also has Slain Brigger, so he's going to be Evasion 3. He has Quicksilver Strike, Counterattack, Flurry. Like, the Exemplar is going to mess someone up. So, he's in this list, JMan is going to try and get some character fights done with the Exemplar and win those fights, especially with Quicksilver on his 5 attacks, Clash 3, Cleave 1, Flurry. That's going to do a lot of work. He actually has a really solid defensive profile with D3 Shield, R4, and 5 wounds, so it's going to be really hard for people to kill him, especially if Quicksilver Strike goes off and kills them first. And if you, let's say, don't kill them or they're on a wound or 2 and you've only taken like 1 wound, to the end, just keep going, and they can't deny you with the Tempered Gourd. So it's a nice little upgrade. I probably personally wouldn't take it. I can see where he's going with this, and I think just that on itself on an Exemplar is a good little bit of points to use to force those duels. J-Man's opponent's got to be worried about that, especially not having something weaker like an Imperial Officer or any of the wizards get stuck in dueling with the Exemplar, because the Exemplar is going to win. He's got a unit of Wardens, another unit of Initiates, Flame Berserkers, and Dragon Slayers. He's got the Menomancer Apprentice in the Dragon Slayers. I believe we did talk about this before, but let's just double check the Menomancer Apprentice. He's going to give Unyielding, what is enemy regiments cannot see zones unless this regiment is broken. So I'm not exactly sure where the Exemplar is going to fit in. Is he going to go into a unit of Initiates, what he's probably going to do the best for? Is he going to go into the Wardens, what he's going to do very well in for? Because, you know, they're both Clash 3, they're both 5 attacks, they're both Cleave 1. He can't go into he can't go into Flame Berserkers. Dragon Slayers might be better just by themselves with their stat line and what they're doing. Might not want the help. So I could currently see the Exemplars going in the Wardens or the Initiates. Either or, I think, is fine. And once again, I think these 2 units of Initiates should be combined into one big brick. and the exemplars should sit in there to really force problems. That gets us into the last warband, what is a Lost Ancestor, who's taken School of Steel. Once again, there's tons of buffs in there, but it mostly directly affects, tempered or forged guys, but there are some, like Honed Blades, rerolling 6s on hits, still really good, but you don't have access to the Deadly Blades. Unmake Armor for the -1 defense is always going to be helpful, and Tenacious 1 and Indom 1 is also once again going to be helpful. So maybe the Lost Ancestors just chilling out with the Lost, hiding out behind the Thanes. Bunch of stuff is going to be awakened. He's then going to cast his damage spell based upon how many things are awakened and do a bunch of damage, or he's going to give Tenacious 1, Indom 1 to the Thane Brick, and so it's even harder to kill. However, we also have the Lost, who when they are awakened, get to add, +1 March? Let's have a quick look here. If this regiment is awakened, choose a friendly regiment with an 8. They gain Relentless Blows. That's pretty good. I swear they did something else. Stride? Stride, isn't it? Our rules drones couldn't get this for you. Well done, app. Let's see if Stride is in the list of rules. We have Pike, Shield. Where is it? Slain Biggers, Songs of Descent, Standard Bearer, Spells. Stride is not in here. So I'm pretty sure this Stride, even though it's not in here, is the when the regiment is awakened, all regiments around it, 8 inches get +1 March. That's going to speed guys up. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Hold Raid chose to give Awaken to the Ironclad Drake, and then give Awaken to the Lost. That'll get his bubbles out, and also his regiment's going to be Awakened, and it's just going to combo really well together. Does the Exemplar give out Awakened? He does not. Okay, cool. Overall, I do like the list. I think the Initiates should be bundled together, or they should be swapped out for some other stuff to get some more upgrades. I like what he's doing with it, and I think it'll do pretty well. There's a little bit of things that I think are a little all over the place, though. Like, once again, the Initiates. The 1 unit of Flame Berserkers. Does he have any other lights? I don't think he has any other lights. A lot of this stuff is medium. His only other heavy is the Ironclad Drake. He's autoing on the Hold Thanes. So he's got a pretty decent reinforcement curve. So I like that. Yeah. I think he's taking a bunch of good pieces. Like I can agree with what he's doing. I see where he's coming from. I like what's going on here. I think it's just the Initiates. That's it. So besides that, I think he's going to do well. I don't think he's going to be taking like a top spot because I think these Initiates are going to hinder him. But I think he can do pretty well either or. Once again, I don't know what the skill of these players are. They could be amazing and phenomenal and make me eat my words. That's a-okay. But just off the top of like reviewing their lists, I think it's a pretty decent list. I like it. I would personally just change the Initiates and that's about it. Overall, JMan, I hope you do really well at Amulet D20 and best luck to you.